Most guitar R&B tracks sound good, but they don't sound like records. So in this video, I want to take one simple guitar R&B progression and build it into a layered, smooth Chris Brown-style R&B track. And there's one ambient trick I used at the end of the video that changed the beat completely. Let's build it. Just before we jump in, you can grab the vocal loop and starter from this session on the Patreon. Plus, every month I drop a pack with loop, textures, MIDI, and all the weird stuff I've been making. The new drop lands in a few days and I'm really excited about it. Check that out in the link in the description. All right, let's jump in. First things first, we need the main guitar line. Let's grab the progression, which is going to be 6, 4, 6, 2, 3. Super soulful. This is kind of how I intended it to sound. But honestly, today I kept messing up, so I split it into 2 takes, the first half and second half. In the end, this helped me with the pocket because I was able to play it really clean and really focus in on every single beat and rhythm. I then layered 2 aux guitar parts. One of them is more riffs and runs, and one of them is a higher fret embellishment. All right, we got the guitar loop locked in and I'm listening to it and it's feeling a little bit slow. So pushing the BPM to 184 and all of a sudden that bounce is alive. That opened things up really nicely. Let's keep moving. Now, I really want layers, but not necessarily layers you hear, more like layers that you feel. First thing I added was this granular kind of glitchy pad sound. And that's just adding some nice complementary ambience. Then I grabbed this granulated E-piano from Omnisphere, and honestly, this is one of my favorite tricks, a granulated sound. What it's doing is it's taking chops of your sound and replaying them back. It kind of sounds like a shimmer or like a glitch, and it's perfect for creating abstract space and ambience. I also added vibrato on that keys just to make it a bit wider and add some modulation. Then I started recording vocals for the background of the beat, sped up with varispeed, and then sang in this random phrase. Right, hurry, darling, get yourself right. Hurry, darling, get yourself right. Once we bring it back to normal speed, we got this. Then I tried this vocoder idea and it didn't quite land, but I was able to extract this cool little moment on the 2 and 3 that I love. And honestly, sometimes that happens. A bad idea can be salvaged and used for a really cool texture moment. All right, I think we need some drums to get the groove going. First thing, I found this percussion loop and I loved the hi-hats because they kind of sounded like this woody texture. So we're gonna chop just the hi-hats out and use that as our bass for the groove. And then I really wanted this 808 style cowbell. Chris Brown often has cowbell in his tracks, and so I wanted that in ours. Adding a kick. We're moving to some bongos. Open hats. For R&B, I find it's really helpful to play in your drums. It gives it that live feel and just gives a little bit of push-pull that you want to increase your groove. Adding some shakers in. For hi-hats, I'm drawing them in because I can't play as fast as those hi-hat rolls would need to be. Then a rim for the snare. And here we are with our pocket. Let's check it out. I wanted this drum fill or chopped section just before the hook to kind of give it a lift, and that sounds like this. Adding a sub bass for the intro. And a crash of the downbeat of all the important sections to really lift it up. tightening up that fill before the hook, and now we're starting to feel like a record. Everything's starting to fit into place. But I still need that hook to really bloom and lift in the right way. For the hook, I'm adding this tremolo pad, and I'm also adding this drone. Both are really there to make the hook rise, but you're not really supposed to hear them audibly. Honestly, you almost miss them, but when you mute them, all of a sudden that width is taken away. These are the kind of tricks that I love using in R&B. It's subtlety to make the track really bloom. All right, I told you about that ambient trick. Let's break it down, and this is what really made the beat, I think, sound the way it does. So first thing I did was add this talkbox layer, and I'm kind of playing like a solo, and it sounds like this. Then we're adding a piano, and this is playing the chords very simply with a couple flourishes here and there. Then there's this messy vocal layer, and you're gonna think, oh, I don't know how this is gonna sound, but in context, it's gonna work really well. Bear with me. So watch this. I send all of that into 3 plugins: Dirty Tape by Softtube, a reverb of your favorite choice, I chose Valhalla, and then 3 is Kickstart, which is a sidechain plugin. And suddenly we've glued all those textures together into one sound. And those textures sound like this, and I think it's nuts. That honestly changed the beat. So all that together means we've got ourselves a track. We started with one simple acoustic idea, and now we've got a track that we could send to Chris Brown, if I had his number, or any other artist looking to make soulful, smooth R&B with a nice groove. Reminder, if you want the loop, vocal, or MIDI, it's available on the Patreon. Hit subscribe if you want more cookups just like this one, and let's check out the final result. Let's go.
Okay, Max.